All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Please stand if you're able for the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, welcome, everyone. Bree, take the roll call, please.
Mayor King.
Present.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Present.
Councilmember Helly.
Present.
Councilmember Postma.
Present.
Councilmember Baskin. Councilmember Waller.
Present.
Councilmember Fisher.
Present.
Councilmember Obala. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Bree. Item number 1 is a motion for the adoption of the agenda with 2 additions. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2 is a motion approving our minutes from October 6th, 2025 meeting. So moved. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Nothing under recognitions and awards. Item number 3. Item number 4 is a motion for the consent agenda. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Moving on to public hearings. Item number 5 is a public hearing on street improvements on 14th Avenue Northeast, 18th Street Northeast, 19th Street Northeast, project 25303. The amount to be assessed is $1,153,565.33 at 5.75% interest for 15 years. The presentation of the project and association assessments is A, call for written objections. Was there any written objections, Mr. Lang?
We have not received any, no.
Thank you. 5C is a motion to adjourn and continue the hearing for those properties for which written objections, and there has been none. And 5D is a resolution declaring the cost. Looking for a resolution to declare the cost. So moved.
Second.
3.
Councilmember Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember Postma.
Aye.
Councilmember Waller.
Aye.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0.
Thank you. Item number 5E is resolution adopting the assessment roll. So moved.
Second.
Bree, please.
Councilmember Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember Postma.
Aye.
Councilmember Waller.
Aye.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0.
Thank you, Bree. Item number 6, under petitions and requests, is a motion approving our 4-way stop sign at 2nd Avenue Northwest and Main Street. Stephen.
Yes, we've talked about this downtown area a couple different times throughout the last few years about what to do with the existing signal lights that were there and the installation of the temporary bump outs and stop signs that were installed. And we brought back to council at the last work session from what we were hearing from engineering staff and also from the police department, gave council some feedback there about the Main Street and 2nd Avenue intersection. And at that discussion, it was recommended to move forward with a 4-way stop at that intersection, which would be adding stop signs for north-south traffic on Main Street.
Okay, back to a 4-way, just no stop lights, stop signs. Council, any questions?
And they're going to keep the bump outs, right?
Correct.
Okay. Looking for a motion approving the 4-way stop signs at 2nd Avenue Northwest and Main.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7 is a motion reviewing the variance for a detached accessory structure request. Holly.
Mayor and Council, this property is located at 1508 6th Avenue Northwest. At the October 14th, 2025 meeting of the Austin Planning Commission, the commission reviewed a request from the petitioner for a variance from City Code, which limits total aggregate of all structures, accessory structures to 1,200 square feet and limits detached structures to 2. The petitioner has requested to add a 160 square foot shed in addition to 2 existing detached garages. The total square footage with the proposed addition is 1,310 square feet, and the total coverage with all structures at 30%, 40% is allowed. 2 property owners who received notice of the public hearing attended the meeting in support of the petitioner's request and or were just interested. There was no opposition. After reviewing the Planning Commission with 5 members present, recommended approving the variance of 5-0. The Planning Commission made the following findings regarding this request: that the requested variance is in harmony with the general purposes and intent of the zoning ordinance, that the variance, if granted, would not alter the essential character of the locality in which the property is situated, that there are circumstances unique to the property not created by the landlord or landowner. The landowner intends to use the land in a reasonable manner not permitted by the ordinance. Do you have any questions?
Council, any questions for Ms. Wallace? Otherwise, looking for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8 is accepting these donations for the 2025 fourth grade junior fire program. Applebee's, Arby's, Austin Bruins, Austin Park Recreation Forestry Board, Caribou Coffee, Culver's, Dairy Queen, Domino's, Echo Lanes, El Patron, Games People Play, Godfather's Pizza, Hardee's, Hy-Vee, Kenny's Oak Grill, Perkins, Pizza Hut, Pizza Ranch, Qdoba, Scooter's Coffee, Smythe Companies, Sweet Reeds, Taco John's, Tendermaid, the Hormel Foundation, and Walmart. Certainly thank all those local establishments and the Park and Rec Board for that donation for the 2025 fourth grade junior fire program. We appreciate it. Looking for a resolution to accept those donations.
Second.
Bree.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Councilmember Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember Waller,
Aye.
Councilmember Fisher,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0.
Thank you, Bree. Moving on to item number 9, granting the Planning and Zoning Department the power to contract for the removal of junk and/or illegally stored vehicles at the following location: 103 21st Street Northwest, the Phi-Hole property.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Item number 10, under the addition, is a petition expanding the American Legion liquor license to the patio area. Bree.
So previously, the American Legion had their liquor license expanded to their parking lot per Minnesota State. That is not allowed. Their parking lot cannot be a licensed premise where you can serve alcohol. So they've updated their premise to be to their outdoor fenced patio area to the east of their building. They provided the necessary documentation and worked with the building inspector to get that completed. So the clerk's office is requesting the council authorize approval of this expansion.
Thank you, Bree. Council, any questions on this? Otherwise, looking for resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Bree.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Councilmember Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember Waller,
Aye.
Councilmember Fisher,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0.
Thank you. Item number 11, but 12 on our packet, is approving the purchase of a 938 cat wheel loader. Stephen, anything on this other than your backup?
Yeah, I'll just talk about it a moment. Apologize for the late addition on this, but some of these numbers we just received this morning and wanted to bring it to you. So our original plan was to lease a loader that we would then purchase after the lease expired. And so our funding options for that is option number 1 shown on the attachment, where we would lease the loader for $21,000. After the lease was about to expire in March of 2026, we would then purchase the loader for $270,824 for a total cost for this loader of $291,824.70. So once we kind of were figuring those numbers, we thought, well, let's just reach out and see what it would cost if we just outright purchased it right now. We know we're going to purchase it in March. What possibly could we save in holding fees from the company if we were to just purchase it now here in the fall in November? And that actual outright purchase price today would be $280,445.17. That's option 2 on your handout. So we would save $11,000, almost $400 in interest costs if we were to just advance funding from 2026 into 2025 to allow us to just purchase this now. And we would combine our original lease dollars with our 2026 CIP dollars to make this purchase. And so we wanted to bring this to council and see if you're interested in advancing some dollars to save some money, or if you want to just go with our original plan of leasing it and then purchasing it after the lease. If you do want to go with option 2, which is accelerating this a bit, it would require a budget adjustment to move those dollars ahead from 26 here into 25 for this purchase. So just wanted to make you aware of it and look for what your desires are.
Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate the savings. Council, what's your desire?
Go with option 2 and advance the funds if you can save 11,000.
Okay, anybody else have any input on that?
Stephen, I really like the fresh look on this and always looking for a chance to save money. Is this a piece of equipment that we've leased in the past, the same style? Like, is there any chance that after using this for one season, we might realize this isn't what we want or need?
We currently have 2 938 loaders, and this will replace one of them. So
Okay.
we already have this style. We know this is what we want. We actually leased one very similar to this a couple years ago to try out some different features that it has. So we feel comfortable this is the model that we want.
Okay. Yeah, then I'd just as soon save 11 grand, that's for sure.
Looking for a motion?
Make a motion, move to buy the loader for the 280, option number 2.
Okay. Any, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Thank you.
That's a resolution.
What's option number 2, then we have to go with the resolution.
All right, thank you, Bree. Go ahead.
So, let me, Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Councilmember Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember Waller,
Aye.
Councilmember Fisher,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 5-0, approving a purchase of the 938 cat wheel loader.
Okay, good. Thank you, Bree. Moving on to report, or citizens addressing the council. Is there any citizens in the audience tonight that wish to speak to council of items that weren't on the agenda or are not going to be on the work session? Okay, hearing none. Reports, what? Sure, come on forward and give us your name and address, please.
My name is Shelley Hovland. I live here in Austin, 705 6th Avenue Southwest.
Just one second.
Is it now on?
Yeah, just one second.
Okay, Ms. Hovland, what can we do for you?
Tom already.
Everybody get that?
Yep.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Thank you to the mayor and city council. As I said, my name is Shelley Hovland, and I'm here this evening on behalf of a group of people that are concerned about the unhoused or homeless people in Austin here. I come to you with professional experience in this area, having worked at SEMCAC for over 5 years. I work with the homeless on a daily basis. And we are here this evening to ask the city council to amend the zoning ordinance to allow a conditional use permit for a warming center here in Austin. A warming center will serve unhoused people here. Over the last 5 years, there have been an average of 83 people per year that are homeless here. So for the purpose of this conversation, unhoused is anyone lacking a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. And that can include people living on the street, living in a camper, storage unit, their vehicle, couch hopping, you know, one relative to a friend to another relative, back and forth. Every single night is somewhere new. And here's some information from SEMCAC why a warming center is needed. To date, as of today in 2025, 65 people have been identified by SEMCAC as unhoused. That includes 58 adults and 7 children. From 2021 to 2025, 60-plus people annually have come to SEMCAC, have come to me for housing support. Not everybody comes to me. There are more people here that are homeless, but not everybody comes to SEMCAC, okay? And a warming center would reduce harm that unhoused people experience, which includes, and there are numerous studies, and I could cite them all for you, but we do not have time for that. Unhoused women are 44 times more likely to be raped. And violent assault among homeless people is 49% more than the general population. Okay? This solution is more cost-effective than housing any individual in jail for even one night. And here are just some demographics, like I said. 2025, 65 people. 2024, 98 people. 2023, 78. 2022, 110. 2021, 69. And their ages range all the way infant up to age 72. The majority in this community are Caucasian, but all races in this community have been represented by these numbers. And we got to remember these numbers, they're statistics, but they are human beings as well. And a lot of barriers to housing here, there's a lot of complex processes. And because some of these homeless people have been a victim of a crime, their ID is stolen, well, you can't get a lot without an ID. You can't, if their social security card is stolen, you cannot prove who you are without your ID. So a lot of these barriers, other than that, are the price of rent in Austin has skyrocketed. Okay, rental deposit fees, landlords want a lot more money now. Some of them are asking for double deposits. A lot of homeless people, their phones are stolen. They don't have any money to get a phone. Now, having said, some of them do not have money. The majority of the people that I have worked with in all these 5 years, they have income. They are working, they have earned income, or it could be Social Security, SSDI, something, but they do have income. So they are contributing members to this community. And we, as a group, have identified that Catholic Charities has a warming shelter model that would work well here in Austin, and particularly given that community support is here. And I will invite Rudy from Catholic Charities to the podium.
Before we get too far down, this is going to be a standalone item on our work session. So I want to give you guys maximum time. It's on the agenda after the council meeting's over. Then we will, if you prefer to do it now, I'm not going to get in your way. We'll hear it either way. But this will be a topic on our work session.
I would do it now.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Rudy Null. I am the Director of Housing and Shelter Programs with Catholic Charities of Southern Minnesota. I'm in Rochester. Do you want my address still?
Sure.
Okay, 218 13th Street Northwest, Rochester, Minnesota, 55901. I've been with our program since we first started in 2019, and the way it came about was we were having a lot of folks in our skyways, parking ramps, and the city reached out to Winona, which had a seasonal shelter program that was open. So we kind of tweaked that model. So we've been open since December of 2019. It intended to be just a seasonal shelter, but then grew into a year-round facility once we learned that, we were pretty much at capacity with 30 folks right away from the get-go. Over the years, we've continuously grown. I would say we've been pretty much at capacity for the last, going on our third year. Last year, we opened up an overflow site when we partnered with Salvation Army. So last year, at the height of the winter season, we were sheltering anywhere from 80 to 90 people a night. I know that some of the concerns when you have a shelter is the fact that some people think that if you build it, they'll come. We've done some data tracking, and we found in the last 6 months that a lot of our folks that are coming to the shelter that were brand new were actually people in our own community. Some of them were housed at one point, they were housed, became homeless, and then housed again, or homeless again. And so a lot of the folks that we see coming through are people that are in our community. We see a lot of folks that are coming to the shelter because of the Mayo Clinic. A large percent of our folks think that they can come to the Mayo Clinic, get seen right away, and they realize that they can't. Another part is folks come to Rochester for treatment, and sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. I think the other concern that we've heard in the past about the shelter system is that, we are a low barrier shelter, so that is just a location for a lot of bad activity. But we've worked really hard with our Rochester Police Department. We try very hard not to have to call them. Sometimes when we do, it's at the last resort that we call them, but we really practice just de-escalation, trauma-informed, crisis management. And like literally, we don't have to call police. Very often do we have to call them. It's usually something that's going on in the parking lot, but not inside the shelter. So I just am excited to be a part of this and just be able to share Catholic Charities' interest in helping create the shelter. We definitely believe that regardless of what your situation is, everybody is worthy of shelter, especially during the cold months. So, thank you.
Good. Thank you, Rudy. All right. Reports and recommendations. Craig?
I have nothing, but Mr. Sehan and Lang have a couple items.
Arm wrestle? Jason? My money would be on you anyway.
Thank you. I will be brief. I was asked to provide an update on the farmers market for 2026. So the board met a couple days ago to talk about the farmers market, the Cedar River farmers market. So there will be an increased push for marketing and promotion with the idea not only to attract more attendees to the farmers market, but also more vendors as well. We are looking to connect with local community garden growers. And we have a lead on a primary vegetable grower. That's one of our goals, is to have more vegetables present at the market. And then also looking to fill a market manager position. I think that's pretty important for the ongoing operation and promotion and marketing of the event. And then we are also excited, we meaning the Farmers Market Board and Group, to be part of the Food City initiative brought out through the 2045 comprehensive plan that you might have read about. But that's all I know for now. Kind of give you an update as we learn more, but I'd be happy to answer any questions anybody has.
Council, any questions? Mr. Sehan?
Is this the farmer's market by the Salvation Army?
Yes, correct.
You're just trying to push it to get more vendors to make it a little bigger? Or what
Yep,
do you...
bigger, better, get more vendors so there's more product to be sold, and just more of a one-stop shop, and just make improvements. And then also
What happened last year, why it was smaller?
last year I think was an improvement from the year before. There was one of the local vendors kind of took charge. That's part of the trying to find a market manager position, because we didn't have one last year. So one of the local vendors, if you will, who's a farmer, kind of took charge, and she and her family and farm took over the promotion, and actually it went pretty well. I mean, I know early in the season you could get some early harvested items like rhubarb and asparagus and some other things like that, which you weren't able to get the year before. So I think there was some improvement, but the idea is to build upon that and continue to grow.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Jason. Stephen?
This past weekend, there was a closure of I-90, which created some additional traffic through Austin, both vehicles, semis, wayward folks. There were some issues out on 14th Street with a signal. One of our temporary signal lights out there got hit by a semi on Saturday morning. But for the most part, I believe everything went about as good as to be expected. But I wanted to let the council and the public know that there's going to be additional weekend closures and overnight closures coming up as they look to try to complete some of the work and get things open there at the 4th Street Bridge. There is some work that they have to do over traffic with the underside of the bridge that will require some overnight closures. Those will be in the coming weeks. I believe there is another planned weekend closure this upcoming weekend, but we'll wait for MnDOT to get out official news on that. But I do believe they're planning a weekend closure coming up to create and do more work for the shorter crossovers that they're going to be implementing through the winter. There's some additional work that needs to be done on that. So we'll continue to keep the council and the public informed as best we can, but ultimately we'll rely on MnDOT to put out those formal notices on closures. We'll get them posted to our Facebook account as soon as we know. But be aware, it's a little bit of a fluid situation as they look to try to finish things up. There will be some more overnight and full day weekend closures in the coming weeks.
Very good, appreciate the update. Council, any questions, Mr. Lang, on that bridge? All right, on to city council. Paulie?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Laura?
A few things I want to encourage our youth artists anywhere in Malheur County to apply to the call for art that the Culture and Arts Commission has put out. You can find out more information about it on the Austin Area Arts website. We're collecting art that will be jury reviewed and then turned into graphic wraps on utility boxes in Austin. This is a way to fight the tagging and help beautify our city. I also want to remind the public that the deer hunt is on. If you're out using the Nature Center or Todd Park and see a sign about the deer hunt, it's still okay to use the park. It's never a bad idea to wear something bright when you do. Thank you to the Parks and Rec Department. We've had 250 trees planted this fall, which is a great step forward on a long journey that we'll have to recover from emerald ash borer. And then finally, I wanted to congratulate the Pride Committee for putting on Pride a couple weeks ago. It was not all smooth sailing, but they handled it very well, and I noticed they've really leveled up their leadership, and it was a great event. So that's it.
Very good, thank you. Jeff?
Yes, Library Board met on the 14th of October. They're excited for the launch of Millie the Mill Pond Monster. Bringing Millie to life was a great collaboration between a number of people and organizations. The opening event was on the 16th from 4 to 6, with more opportunities with Millie coming in the future. They are looking forward to updating the strategic plan in 2026 and already have some new ideas brewing. They also reviewed and approved several library policies around programming, material selection, and reconsideration in meeting rooms, and no changes were needed. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Thanks, Jeff. Posty?
Just a congratulations to the HRA. They wrote and were awarded a $5 million grant to replace piping in the Twin Towers. And that is a big resource, and we're here talking about housing for folks. That is a great, important source of low-income housing for Austin and the greater community, and protecting that 50, 60-year-old investment is key, and $5 million is a real big grant, so kudos to them.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Becky?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right. With that, looking for a motion to adjourn to our November 3rd, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second? There was a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Take about a 5-minute break, and we'll go into the work session. Thank you.